Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Justin Kay. City officials in Pineville say the hospital, Southeastern Kentucky Medical Center, was dangerously close to shutting down. Employees have not been paid in about 8 weeks. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services no longer work with the hospital. But today, the hospital found new ownership. I went to an announcement ceremony today to learn about why the city of Pineville is taking control of the hospital and what it means for the future of health care in the region.
Local folks will now be making decisions on this hospital.
That's Pineville Mayor Scott Maiden. He says people in the community should feel a renewed sense of confidence with the hospital under new ownership. Employees here, many of whom have gone about 8 weeks without a paycheck, say they are thankful for this move.
Last couple of weeks, we've received gift cards for gas and food, and then Ray Long and Dr. Dubin gave us gift cards to Pick Pack. And then this today, seeing the community, friends, family, patients, it's just awesome.
While under previous ownership, just about all of the departments here shut down. Only the emergency room is still operational. And to make matters worse, contracts with Medicare and Medicaid were terminated.
Without Medicare and Medicaid, we can't operate because 75% of our revenue is generated Medicare and Medicaid.
With little revenue coming into the hospital, officials say they will have to lay off about 60 employees of the nearly 120 that still remain.
When Medicare and Medicaid gets reinstituted, we'll be able to start hiring quite a few more back. I mean, because that's how we put people in the hospital, and that's how we have our additional services.
With new and now local ownership, Maiden says the best thing people in the community can do is support the hospital.
If you go to your primary care physician, you have the right to ask to get your labs done at Pineville Hospital, get your x-rays done at Pineville Hospital.
The goal now is to make sure all employees get back pay, get Medicaid and Medicare services back, and reopen all of the departments that have been previously shut down.
Hopefully one day, my unit, ICU, will be reopened. I'm an old ICU nurse, 49 years. Hopefully psych will open, and the nursing home, and bring some of our former employees of the nursing home back.
As of Monday, the hospital was renamed Pineville Community Healthcare. Maiden says city officials are working on another partnership, one that would help restore more of the services to the hospital and would help likely restore Medicaid and Medicare services to the hospital. Remote Area Medical, also known as RAM, sets up shop in Hazard this weekend. Last year, volunteers offered free dental, medical, and vision services for hundreds. This is the second year RAM is coming to Hazard. More than 400 patients showed up last year, all of their care possible because of hundreds of volunteers. Anyone can stop by and get free care at RAM, no questions asked.
We know there's so many people that needs a lot of dental work, have gone for years without a new set of glasses.
RAM takes place this Saturday and Sunday at East Perry Elementary. Doors open at 6 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday, but people can stop by as early as midnight on Saturday to get in line.
And we saw plenty of sunshine today. It was also just a little bit cooler out there. We'll see those cooler conditions continue as we head into the overnight hours. You'll notice as we take a look at our Moorhead cam along Interstate 64, we saw those mostly clear skies as that sun started to set, and we'll continue to see those mostly clear skies as we head into the overnight hours. Satellite and radar shows a few clouds may be increasing throughout our area, but overall we are looking at a mostly clear night and those drier conditions. Temperatures, they're a little bit on the cooler side, those lower 60s for most. Some spots already dropping into the upper 50s, so you might need that jacket late tonight, especially if you're headed out early on your Tuesday morning. So as we head through the rest of those overnight hours, you'll notice those temperatures dropping into about those lower 50s with sunny skies as we wake up on your Tuesday, and those sunny skies will continue as we head into the rest of the day as well. But rain chances are on the way after your Tuesday, so get out and enjoy it while you can. Showers and storms return back to the forecast, and also a soggy pattern really sets up over our region over the next few days. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short moments.
Paige, thank you. Making a drug bust all while waiting for ice cream. Letcher County Sheriff Mickey Steins was on his way back from a call when he stopped for a snack at the Dairy Bar in Isom. While waiting in line, he recognized a man also in line who had an active warrant for trafficking meth. Steins arrested the man, and after searching him and his vehicle, found about 33 grams of meth, a gun, and paraphernalia. Green Davis of Isom was arrested and is now being held in the Letcher County Jail. A mobile home in Corbin caught fire this morning, destroying property of nearby neighbors. Neighbor David Sizemore lives close to the trailer that burned on Foley Road. He says around 9:30 this morning he called 911 after hearing neighbors scream his name for help, which is when he saw the flames close to his home. Sizemore lost 3 trucks and had damage to the siding of his home, causing several $1,000s in damage.
Walk outside and there's flames everywhere, you know. It was just a terrible sight, but I mean, we did the best we could, and thank the Lord the fire department showed up.
No one was injured in the fire. However, firefighters say they did not find the kittens believed to be inside the home. Kentucky's Lieutenant Governor wants answers. Janine Hampton says the Bevin administration dismissed her deputy chief of staff last week. It's the second staff member she's lost. Our news partners at the Lexington Herald-Leader have a letter from Hampton to Troy Robinson. He's the executive director of the Finance and Administration Cabinet. She says he's the one who fired her staff. In the letter, she writes, quote, "In the future, you are not to execute any personnel action involving my staff unless you have my express written permission," end quote. The paper reports Hampton ended the letter by asking the cabinet to reinstate her deputy chief of staff. Earlier today, Governor Matt Bevin says he does not know anything about what led up to the dismissals. He says he's talked to Hampton about what happened. You can read more of this story over on WYMT.com. Police across Kentucky will have a new tool to catch violent criminals. It's through the FBI. They'll have access to the Violent Criminal Apprehension Program, or ViCAP. The program helps officers think through cases. It draws connections and notices patterns faster than some officers might be able to. And every officer knows time is critical to cases. Miranda Combs takes a closer look at ViCAP.
What's important to us is that we seek justice for everyone, and we don't let one impediment stop us from seeking justice.
And one impediment, Attorney General Andy Beshear says, that has been lacking for law enforcement is a way to catch violent offenders faster.
Every chance we have to bring new technology, to bring new methods, and then to train everybody.
Carrie Aldridge found a new method last year and has been spreading the word ever since.
It's not very known, particularly in Kentucky.
It's the Violent Criminal Apprehension Program, or ViCAP for short. It's an FBI database that can do something most programs can't do. It focuses on a bad guy's characteristics and behaviors.
I felt like it was had the ability to really break through and connect cases in ways that other programs do not.
She says it's a pretty easy program to use, and it's filled with algorithms to recognize case similarities and draw connections for investigators. For instance, serial killers usually have some kind of signature they repeat in their crimes. Well, ViCAP will point them out.
The homicides that are being taken into the system have unique patterns, if you will.
So it's not for every crime, but the main thing Beshear and Aldridge want police departments around the state to know is how to use ViCAP, so when it is needed, they can benefit from its ability to dig deeper and identify an offender not based off DNA alone, but by behavior. In Frankfort, Miranda Combs, WKYT.
The Attorney General has partnered with the FBI for training for Kentucky law enforcement. The registration deadline is July 1st, and classes are the 18th and 19th. Kids at the Laurel County Library learned about insects today. Kids visiting the library decorated bug jars so they could keep bugs they find over the summer and study them before releasing them. Library staff encouraged the kids to find grasshoppers, ladybugs, butterflies, and they could decorate their jars to match the insects they hope to find.
I hope that they are able to maybe inspect them, learn more about them, where they like to stay, their little habitat.
For a list of other activities this summer at the library, you can check out their website at laurellibrary.com. A Johnson County teen won the state competition for Doodle for Google, and now she's headed for nationals. Katie Wells is a recent graduate of Johnson Central and has always had a passion for art. This year's competition for them was When I Grow Up, which for Katie was wanting to make the world a better place.
This Katie's helping out the ocean and the ecosystem, and then this Katie's building like architecture, because that would also be something really cool I'd like to get into. And then these Katie's are kind of painting flowers, which has a lot to do with representing painting back our entire ecosystem.
If Katie wins, she will get a $30,000 scholarship as well as a $50,000 worth of technology for her school. To vote for her drawing, you can visit our website, WYMT.com, for more details. Today in Hazard, kids got the opportunity to be an astronaut. The program kicked off Challenger Learning Center of Kentucky's summer camp season. The summer camps, which usually last a day, are held on the campus of Hazard Community and Technical College. From building rockets to eating space ice cream, children learned all things outer space through interactive activities and crafts.
The kids have fun, and it also helps with kind of that summer slide that they call it, because they're having fun, but they're still learning. So we're still talking about concepts that are tied to the standards.
It's not too late to sign your kid up for one of Challenger's summer camps. They run through July. Visit WYMT.com for more info on how to sign up. The East Kentucky Expo Center is now operating under a new name, and so is its box office. Today, officials joined for a ribbon-cutting ceremony naming the Appalachian Wireless Arena. This comes after a new contract with its previous box office sponsors, Appalachian Wireless. Community Trust Bank took over as the box office sponsors, making it a double ribbon cutting. Representatives with Appalachian Wireless say this new partnership is expected to bring great things.
We're big community supporters, and we felt like this was a great fit for that purpose. This hopefully allows them to bring, as I said, bigger, better shows to the region.
Banners have now been placed outside of the building advertising the new logo. The new box office is located at the Main Street entrance. Coming up at 11, tragedy in Texas as the remains of a missing toddler are found. But first, the damage continues as floodwaters swallow buildings in Arkansas.
And we have one more day of nice weather before showers and storms return back to the forecast. I'll have those details coming up.